Black Series Edition LLC. All right, so let's get to it. No, what are you doing over here? The minute the camera comes on, here we go. You don't need to be over here while I'm doing this. Stay over there. Gotta be right up on my feet every time that camera comes on. Mr. Camera Boy Taco. Gotta be in front of the camera 24/7 because he needs to have the attention. He gets enough attention as it is. He really does. Anyway, let's talk about what we got going on. So basically, I was in this store and I saw the perfect rack for the setup I'm gonna need for the i9 system. Yeah, we're gonna put some crazy stuff in that thing. Now the other rack I was looking at wouldn't have been tall enough. It's not going to be tall enough for how I want to set up the 420s, the 4020 radiator cooling system. It's not tall enough because I don't want a wide rack, but I want a tall rack. Not too tall. And that rack right there is about 4 trays high, so it's perfect. And looking at the 420s, the 420 millimeters, they carry 140 millimeter fans. That's a 140 millimeter fan right there. So there are 3 of those on there, and this thing is pretty high. So from what I was looking at, the guy was showing off the difference between the 360 millimeters and the 420 millimeters is that the 420s are huge. So with that being said, I want to get 2 of these, one on one side, one on the other. So that rack system right there, I'm going to build me a PVC thin pipe frame around it so it can hold everything nicely and keep the frame nice and sturdy. But also too, I want to equip 2 power supplies in my system. I want to put in a dedicated power supply strictly for the graphic card and CPU, and the other one I'm going to be using for my cooling system. So I figured I would go with 2,000 watt power supplies. That'll be 2,000 watts into the system, and I need a Y adapter, ATX Y adapter power system to run that. So that's going to be perfect for that setup right there. You know, I find it real interesting that we got people out there, which is sad. They got no life. They want to question me about building my PCs. I went through the same thing when I was doing PCs in vegetable oil. We're doing all these modifications to them, different designs on them. You're going to get them in there basically complaining. But yeah, so anyway, you know, we take their system, we modify it, then they ran about that. They ran about literally everything. They ran about my screen paint. They ran about the stuff that I do. They just ran. Every screen paint we make, they ran about it. Pace yourself, gentlemen. You got a lot coming up. So pace yourself about the ranting. Just so you know that when you walk into that courtroom, I'm going to get a gag order put on you. Because you got a habit of going on YouTube and social media and running your mouth and saying things you're not supposed to say. That's why you ended up in court. So in that gag order, you open your mouth, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So you can't even talk about what's going to happen in that courtroom. I'm going to make sure that the judge puts that in there. Because these guys will get on YouTube and rant and lie about everything under the sun that's getting them in trouble right now. So go ahead and do it and see what happens. Quite frankly, to tell you the truth, I don't think you're going to get the opportunity. Once we hit that courtroom, you're not going home. There's no way in the world you're going home. So yeah, but other than that, if they do have the possibility to be released or anything, on bail, whatever may come up, yeah, you talk, speak, say anything about it, because we already have a habit with you on social media saying things that are not true. I'm going to make sure they can arrest you right on the spot. All we have to do is bring in that video and they get a warrant for your arrest to arrest you right on the spot, because that's what they're being charged for basically going out and spreading false lies about my company and doing fake demonstrations and all that stuff. That's what you're going to court for. All right. So these are my new fans I got right here. And that's the screen that's already painted to the piece of metal. And that's Taco doing something really weird over there. What you doing? How you have half of your face in the bag, but your arm is out on the other end? You just got to be on camera, don't you? Let's put him on camera because he needs to be on camera. Hey, Taco. There you go. Got your 5 minutes of fame. Get to be on camera for a little bit. There you go. Do something weird to get daddy's attention. Say, yeah, put him on camera. And now you don't want to look into the camera. You don't want to be a part of the camera? You want to be a part of Taco Cam? Taco Cam. You gotta be on recording for everything. I'm gonna start just putting him in shots for those things he does. Oh, they got the Molexes on here. Ooh. We got Molex. These are RGBs. But we got the Molex. So this is what I ordered for my case fans are here. Motherboard will be coming in pretty soon to start getting that set up. And I do like that case that I got in the front because I'm putting 2 power supplies on my i9. I saw somebody do it. Molex Y adapter. No, sorry. ATX Y adapter. You run 2 power supplies. I want a dedicated power supply for my liquid cooling by itself because he got it 0 Celsius in his case. Do you know how impressive that is to have a 0 Celsius reading in your case? The lowest I ever got was 17. He got 0. That is freaking beast. That is definitely beast to be able to do that. I want that. I want to be to see if I can hit 0. That's insane. These are our new lights. This is our new lights for Retro Boy. Retro Boy got his fans in. So we're going to run this. We got 3-pin and we got Molex. Heck, we can test these out right now. We got a Molex plug over there right now. We can test these out on. I'm going to light these up. Light these up with the fire. So this is Retro Boy hardware. And guess what? No sooner than, my screws, no sooner than we just had that whole conversation. He's in my account. We deleted everything got blocked a few minutes ago. We don't care about that. It's just one time we're going to talk about it. We're done with that. He's in the account crying again. Crying about everything. They just cry about everything, don't they? They just cry. And then now you're crying, talking about, oh, no, now you think you're PC Master Race. I'm both. I'm console and PC Master Race. What are you talking about? I got console systems too. I got console systems way older than your PS5. Way older and more vintage than your systems. So yeah, I've been console for a long time. And I've been PC. I do both. So if I was PC, strictly PC Master Race, I would have nothing but PCs in here. I would not have one console system in here at all, period. But I do both. So I think he's just mad at the end of the day that he's just trying to, I don't know, get something started or whatever. Look, man, I ain't trying to be rude here to any kind of console system on the face of the planet. I do console myself. But let me explain something to you. The PCs that I built, my toys, the big ones I build, you look at my account, I build big boy toys. My PCs that I build at the end of the day will crush my consoles and yours with no problem. You can't say at the end of the day, he wants to rant about this, that console is more advanced than PC. Again, how long did it take you guys to get an actual graphic card? A while. There you go. It took you a while to get it. We get them all the time. We have graphic cards. As a matter of fact, the graphic cards that we have are made for PC. That's what it is, made for PC. Can't rant about that at the end of the day. True console players even know that. Console players that are in denial are the ones that get up there and cry on forum sites and scream and yell, curse people out and carry on. Say, no, our systems are much more superior, this, that, and the other. All right, then do me a favor. Go and clean your power supply right now. See what you got to go through to clean the power supply in one of those things. At the end, you literally have to take the system apart to get to the power supply. Ours is right there. It's right there. Right there. That's it. That's it. That's the reason why I got to take the thing apart. If I ever decide to buy a PS5, I'm not sticking that thing in the radar case. I'm taking it apart. What's the point of me having it together? What? So eventually it can overheat and burn out on me? Or fill up with dust and catch on fire? Or even worse, bottom line, I got to go out and spend money for hard drives. I literally just was reading up on the PS2 Slim that it can take a 9 terabytes of hard drive space. So if you thought that 8 terabytes of hard drive, I don't know why even announce it. Why announce the 9? You know how much an 8 costs? And 8 costs you nearly $1,000. So why would you even announce a 9 now? That's going to cost you even more money. If they do make it, because I tried to find it. I couldn't even find one. So yeah, man, I ain't get me wrong. Like I said it 1,000 times, but you know how the naysayers are. They like to cry. I told you before, it's a good system. The hard drive sucks on it. You going to tell me the hard drive's good? Yeah, go ahead. Tell me the hard drive is fantastic. My hard drive here on the PS4 has a bigger hard drive than a gen system. A next gen system. This hard drive is even bigger than the Slim, because the Slim is not even a full terabyte. So again, tell me how that's going to work out for you. They ripped you off. That's what they did. And then they tell you can use flash drives. Welcome to the world of memory cards, because that's pretty much what you're doing. 360s use flash drives. That's nothing new. I had a guy tell me, oh yes, but we can use flash drive, latest technology. Yeah, guess what? 360s had them. You can put a flash drive on your 360. As a matter of fact, there was a trick you could do on your 360. You load your entire profile, your entire system profile, all your information that you put your 360 to make sure account you can load it up onto your flash drive. And then what you do is that the minute the emblem pops up, you pull the flash drive. You know what that does to what happens? The transfer cuts. When the transfer cuts, your 360 activates. It's online, but your account's not. Your account's actually still on the flash drive. It never transfer over, which means you have a blank account online and you can do all kinds of chaos because no one can touch you because your account technically is not there. Yeah, but you can't do that on that system, can you? No, you can't. Yeah, it's called the 360 flash drive trick. So all you got to do is just load your account, your profile, all your information onto your flash drive, which you could do. You can transfer everything to that because you want to transfer to another system. But in the middle of loading it down, the minute the emblem pops up, you pull it because that next stage comes over to your dashboard. And you notice that your dashboard, the avatar is going to be blank. Everything's going to be blank on your account. It's like going to be an account that no one made up, but it's there, but it's not there technically. And you can go online and hold 9 yards and everything and say, hey, check out my account. And they look into the freak, because there's nothing there. How are you online? Yeah, you ghost your box. That's what you're doing. Yes. And then they want to come at me by saying, now, here we go with the other part. They come at me, he came at me screaming and crying about, oh, you think you're better than everybody else. You think you're that. And then, no, I don't think I'm better than everybody else. Where the frick you getting this from? And you're repeating the same dumb nonsense that went on when I built the consoles. I bought the PC for $500 to take out a console system. Yeah, I may want to pick up the PS4. It cost me $500. At the time, the PS4 was like something like $600, $700, $800 for that unit. Yeah, $500. I built the PC, take it out. Got on my YouTube channel. And literally was sitting there talking about these particular, not all console gamers, not saying all of y'all. I have console gamers I game with. Like I said, I'm one myself, and they don't get on there and cry and whine like that. So you can't say all console gamers. Console gamers are coming in and they accept, yeah, the PC is much more advanced. They accept it, but they like their system. I respect that 100%. But you got these other ones on it that will cry about every single thing. And those are the ones who are in the forum site talking about, oh, PC Master Race, you live in golden mansions, you cry golden tears. Damn, at the end of the day. Just accept it. Technically, truthfully, let's be honest here, you don't even have a console system. You really don't. You have a watered down PC, is what you got. You got a bare minimum built PC. I can't say too bare because on top of that, your GPU and CPU is quite remarkable and very nice. And the 16 gigs is impressive for a console system. But technically, you are PC. You're in PC land. You are. You're definitely there. You don't want to recognize the scenery, but you already know I'm right. So the bottom line is when the next gen system comes out, it's literally going to be a PC. Where else are they going to go? So by then, if they stick that thing in a bigger case, and you got some kind of PC fan sitting on top of your CPU, much better than ones they've been sticking in there. And yeah. You got access. The only thing about it, they can put all the parts in there for you, but technically you don't have the access to change your machine at will. They don't want to give you too much ability to do that, because they still want to keep it below the rank of console. But technically, it's not console. It's not. It really isn't at all. Period. No, the only saving. Well, actually, PC did this too. Most majority of games on PC are downloadable. And now a majority of your games are all downloadable too. So. Yeah, that's what it comes down to, but, you know, you don't have console, you really just don't have it. I tell you one thing, too. The weirdos are on consoles, and I tell you why they're on consoles. Because you petties at the end of the day, and pedophiles at the end of the day, you know, if they get caught with certain stuff on their computer they're not supposed to have any access. And I bumped into these jokers, a lot of them on console, especially on the freaking Oculus system. You know, creepy jokers in there too. But anyway, I bumped into a few of them. Now, technically is a gray area in console. This is a gray area in what I don't like. This is why I think console should be regulated as a PC, because pretty much it's already there anyway. It says that they're technically not supposed to be online, period. All right? But some of them have it where technically they can't be on any kind of computer device. A console does not consider itself to be a computer device. It considers itself to be a console system. So with that being said, there's your gray area. And yeah, when I was in the 360, I'm not saying that basically, bottom line, let's leave it at the blah, blah, blah stage, but I knocked out some accounts because some people shouldn't have been on there to begin with. That's the only time I use it. Other than that, I don't use it for anything else, just for work, and that's basically about it. But I did bump into some real creepy people that did not need to have an account, so I got rid of them. Because if you're on there doing that kind of stuff, you don't need to have an account at all, period. And parents, you got to make sure you put those guardians, whether you do some kind of child preference, whatever you got to do with them, they lock the accounts, please, because your kids are going to bump into some really creepy people on there, and they should not. I mean, literally tell you the truth, if we're going to be doing this online gaming like this, we need to make a lobby just for the kids only. Just for the kids. Only for them and them only. You can go in there and play whatever, so and so and so. And then the adults, we have our side. Because, again, on our side, even when you got kids over there, they're annoying. They're screaming, they're yelling, they're cursing. Someone's saying racial slurs. They're just going off and acting up. Nobody wants to be bothered with that. So just keep the adult section with us over here. Keep the kids over there. And we can keep the creepy people away from the kids. Even if you put in, you know, well, they should, because the person that argues, well, we give you the option to do that. But parents don't usually do that. Some parents will buy the system, give it to the kids, and won't even go in and lock all those safety guardians in there. They won't do it. I wouldn't dare give any of my nieces and nephews, any of them, not even my god kids, I wouldn't give any of them a console system. Unless I go through it first to lock that thing down. Because again, yeah, problems in there. Problems. It needs to be separated. But console systems, yeah, I bumped into a lot of them jokers on console. And the first thing I say is, what the frick you doing on a machine at the end? Why are you online to begin with? And the first thing they'll say, technically, this is not a computer. This is a console system. There's a gray area right there. Because it's not technically a computer. That's what they say, you know what I mean? It's not technically a PC, it's a console. Yeah, don't worry, we'll take care of you. Give me about a couple minutes. And knock your account clean offline. Your account is gone. What do you think the 999 stood for in your Godmaker 999? That's how many accounts I took out. Yeah, pedophiles that were on there that shouldn't have been on the account to begin with. They had to go. I could deal with the racial slurs and all that stuff. I ain't bothered by that. That's just people being ignorant at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Let them bump into their own people at the end of the day. They might want to get rid of them. But you pedophiles at the end of the day, you want to come on there and act up and carry on? You don't need your account anymore. I'm taking it. And anybody at the end of the day who has a problem with that, you're a waste of skin. There you go. I don't appreciate that kind of nonsense online. Weirdos. And I had a bunch of other people that were in my clan that had the same opinion I had. So yeah, you pop into a room and you start talking some weird stuff. We hear a kid over there having a problem at the end, you talking some weird stuff. Whoop! Then turn your system off, turn it back on. Your account is gone. Because you don't need to be on there. You don't. Heck, I remember one time we was doing an Unreal tournament. We was doing a tag team death match in Unreal tournament against KKK. They were actually Ku Klux Klans who were playing. Which is the funniest story I ever told in my life. So it started off with my buddies contacting me because I was in another game. I was in Gears. And they said, yo, we got a clan match going on. And the other team is our Ku Klux Klan. And with the KKK, remember? I said, yeah, we'll be dying to take them suckers out for a long time. Because they're in there and they're good. They were really, really good. They were good. But we took them, but they were good. They gave us a hard way to go. We were playing bomb and run. That's what we were doing, bomb and run. I thought we was doing like team deathmatch, or it was bomb and run. And they were really, really good, man. But in the end, it's interesting because after we beat them, and it wasn't onslaught beat. It was like a bare skin of your teeth taking them down. They were pretty good. So I had to give them it. I mean, I understand you don't like my color at the end of the day, but I had to give respect where respect due. Good game. Because at the end of the day, you look at that GG, good game back to them, even though we beat them. But man, they was good. And then had to send me a picture of a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, grape Kool-Aid, and a slice of wood, and talking about, here's your consolation prize. It didn't make me mad. This is what gamers do at the end of the day. I just laughed about it. I found it funny. But we ran into them again a couple more times. They beat one match again. They got theirs back. And we came back, we beat them. It was back and forth. And then it just got to a point where basically we realized that we're like, we're just a really good team. You know what I mean? Just back and forth, this whole war we're having back and forth. And eventually some of them ended up coming over and joining our friends list. And all that racial slur stopped. They learned just from a video game on it, how to treat people at the end of the day. Yep. Changed their profiles. All that stuff is going now. Just everyday Joes and then just joking and laughing. Yep. Apologize. Even someone came in and apologized about being that way. That, you know, they was raised that way. Kids, when they grow up, man, kids don't know racism. You see a bunch of kids out there playing black and white, whatever colors. They don't know racism. They taught that at the end of the day. Somebody has to teach that to them to make them that way. But yeah, it was good. We had fun, man. We became, a bunch of us, so we all became good friends in the end. But yeah, I was crying. I said, "Did you get that?" They sent it to everybody. I said, "Did you get that?" I said, "Yo, that is hilarious, man." I guess they were all gonna get mad. I came back, I was laughing on the microphone. I said, "Okay, I accept that consolation prize. I accept it." And I guess he laughed back at about it. So that's basically about it. They're probably expecting for us to curse them out and all that stuff like that, or maybe take out their accounts and stuff like that. No, we don't care about that. I couldn't care less about basically getting them banned. I could have easily got a ban on them, but no problem. No, they was good. They was good. It was a good competition. I can look past that for that competition at the end of the day. But yeah, we got to know each other. We became, a lot of us became friends. Some didn't want to be bothered, and they went on their merry way, and some became friends with us. The thing about it is, some people like that are expected to be met by hate. That's what they're expected to be. They're expected to be met by hate, but when you don't meet them with hate and look at it differently, they start looking at it differently. They start evaluating themselves. Da, 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 da. Yeah. The freaking weirdos. They can't come on PC because they can't be on those units. They get a console system. That's what they do. And they can still get online with it, which they shouldn't be on them. I'll come on here anytime I want to. What are you going to do about it? All right, no problem. I got your number, Chief. So when everybody saw the number 999, there's a meaning behind that number. You're a God maker, 999. There's a meaning behind that statement. Yep, 999 counts taken for people doing things they should not be doing. Shouldn't be on there talking to kids. Why are you on there? That's the creepy thing I found out about the freaking, what's that system called? Sorry about that. Kind of locking this cable a little better. The freaking, connects the Oculus. Yes. The rec room. What the freak is that all about? That was the craziest thing I ever seen. I was gonna take my system back. I'm done. I popped into it, but a bunch of kids in the back. I'm talking about, that's what's on here? Oh no, I don't want to be around this. I was gonna take my system back. And I looked around the room, and the kids were like, "Who are you? What are you?" Asking the question. So I ain't paying them no mind. You know, and talk to you. I get all the way down to the far end. There's a door there waiting for you. Go out the door, and then you go into this whole area where you do your whole like profile. You set it up on how you want to look and all that stuff like that, and how you want to call yourself and stuff like that. So I went in there. All my settings were changed to private anyway, so I was good when I walked in. And then later on, I'm looking through the menu in there. I'm like, where are all the adults at? So then I see something called big screen. I think big screen mode, whatever it is. I'm popping in. That's where all the adults are at. And I'm in there talking like, "Yo, anybody in the room, listen up. What the freak is going on with the rec room? Ain't nothing but kids in there." And people start laughing in the back. I'm like, "Yeah, you popped in there too?" I said, "Yeah, I just spawned a few minutes ago." "When you get your system?" "I just got it about a few days ago. Just now checking it out. It's pretty cool. I like it in here. I like it." He was in there talking about COVID. And then the woman was like, "Yeah, man, that's creepy that they have adults spawning in the rec room, because the rec room is strictly for kids. You have no business being in there, in the rec room at all, for anything. You spawn in there, you get to the door as fast as you can. It's just creepy being in there all together with all the kids. And you come out the door." I said, "Why do they have people spawning in the rec room?" And they were like, "I don't know, man. That's just messed up. You shouldn't have it in there." No, you shouldn't have it in there. And I hope they changed it. Yeah, I was going to take my system back. I thought it was nothing but kids on there. I was like, nope, we're done. We're done. Can't be on it with somebody screaming in my ear, burping. They come into the big screen room, and we block them from coming in. Because they come in there screaming, yelling, fighting, rapping. You already know from the door what you got to deal with them. Screaming and cursing, rapping, all this stuff. Just carrying on and acting up because their parents ain't watching them. Cursing out people, disrespecting people. And nobody want them in there, so they get them blocked. And they get mad at you and say, oh, I'm going to go tell my parents and this, that, and the other, and blah this and blah that, and carrying on acting up and everything. Yeah, because somebody get mad at them, they put them in their place, and they tell them, I'm going to get you banned. No, you ain't get nobody banned. Bye. Oh, man. That was a funny one. This guy was a total jerk. He was a jerk. He's in the game getting nasty with people. He was a total jerk. Not enough to get his account banned, but he was a jerk. He was disrespectful to the ladies in there. He was disrespectful to anybody. He was a total, complete jerk. He was in Burnout Paradise within there playing. And we was in there with modded cars. And he was asking us, like, how you get the modded cars? How you get the modded cars? Just came over and over again. And there's people who basically got them broken heads. Like, either, what are you doing, man? You calling in an airstrike? What's going on the other end? And, like, he wouldn't plug it in correctly. It's almost like he had it halfway plugged out just to make an annoying sound. Oh, he's a complete jerk, man. So we did him dirty. We told him, I said, hey, look, you want one of these cool cars? Everybody talking to him back about, give me one of these cars set up. He was his modded lobby. Hooked me with this real nice modded vehicle. It's gorgeous, right? I drive right up the car. I said, hey, you like this vehicle? It's beautiful, ain't it? I said, you want to get this? This is how you get it. You got to go into the garage. You got to select the first car. And then what you do is you pull your hard drive off and put it back on real fast. You know what happens if you do that right in the middle of gameplay? Your whole system shuts down. Yep. Did not like that. And then we just all muted them. That's pretty much it. But, if you're going to be nice, you want to come and be respectful today, people want to treat you like they're going to be nice to you. If you want to come there being a jerk at the end of the day because you're online, you can treat people like trash. And you can talk to people and say anything you want out of your mouth, then, just end up being that person at the end of the day. Try to treat everybody with respect. Go in there, have fun. And invite a few people to people I trust to get to know you for a bit. Get some modded lobbies and have some fun in there with you and stuff like that. Everybody having a good time and all get to know each other. You pop in there and do games and stuff like that. But when you be a jerk, you know what I mean? You'll bump into people. You will bump into them. And they're bold. Very, very bold. We had a kid in Burnout Paradise we played with from time to time. He's quiet, didn't say much. He's a good gamer at the end of the day. He has some nice cars and stuff in his collection. Must have been somewhere between, he was 15, and he's in there racing cars back and forth. He has some really nice cars, and they were checking each other's garages and checking his cars in the garage. Like, wow, you got all these, man. This is pretty nice, man. I ain't even got that one yet, and I've been playing it for a while. So he was showing us some cool places, some nice jumps and stuff in the game and stuff. This guy comes in and he hears him, and he starts talking to him, like directly to him, calling his gamer tag over and over and over again. Tell him, I said, how old are you? You seen anybody? And it's just creepy. Like, dude, there are like other people in the room that are hearing this conversation. He said, man, yo, just shut up, man. I'm talking to him. I was okay, no problem. We got you. Bye-bye. Account. Yep. Remember, my 360 was designed different. So, my 360 was special. I had a special 360. It was very special. Look, man. A lot of people sit there and say, oh, you can't do that on it. Yes, you can. 360 was modded out. I built it, integrated it with a 2011 server board. I had to resolder the whole board to do it. It's a pain in the butt. It was definitely worth it. So, when we get on there and play a little bit, you get snitches, people snitch. You make a modded lobby, you bring everybody in to have fun. I never did any mods where I went into live games and played because that's cheating. It's not fair. I hate it when people did it in GTA. They come in there in God mode. You can shoot them all day long. They don't go down. It sucks. I don't like doing that. So, you know, we did modded lobbies. People come in and give me a chance to experience what a modded lobby is like. And they had a ball in there, you know what I mean? And changed out the cards at will. People in there laughing and carrying on, having fun. Especially Left 4 Dead. We modded the daylights out of Left 4 Dead. All kinds of different fire flamethrowers, machine guns, Desert Eagles, all kinds of stuff. Automatic handguns. Just about anything you could possibly think of. We did mod lobbies on stuff, crazy stuff. Katanas and all that stuff. So people come in and get a chance to experience. Make it rain witches. Make it rain gnomes. Make it tanks only. That was a fun one. Oh man, never heard so much laughing in my life. Especially when you got those people that scream a little bit when they laugh. It was in the cornfield. Like, dude, they go in the cornfield. They modded the cornfield. It's tanks only. Oh man, you ever had a tank in Left 4 Dead? Man, it was hilarious, man. Oh, it was hilarious. Oh, wait, what am I doing here? I had to go to my account to do this. Let me go to 180, not 180. Black. It's my baby. Is you is or is you ain't my baby. Do 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 do. Man, that stem right there. When I get done with that thing, you ain't gonna be to recognize it. I got so many ways I'm hooking it up. Yeah, the 420 millimeters are huge. They're huge. Those radiators are huge. There's no way in the world. I can see why people have a problem getting those in cases. But that right there, oh yeah, we're gonna mod that out. That's gonna definitely mod out. I'm already putting in a PVC frame around it to attach everything into it, so it's nice and sturdy. Put a nice PVC frame. I doubt we're gonna need a rack for the top part, but I am gonna put 2 power supplies on this system and 2 of those 420s, so we can put one on each side. Because I need a liquid cooling system. I'm gonna break it down. I saw the modification, and basically you don't have to use the copper block. You can actually disconnect that and basically go in and hook it up, so you can have that plate that I saw, that huge plate. I want to put one for my I definitely want to liquid cool the solid state drive. I want to liquid cool the regular state drives, and I want to liquid cool my definitely my that 4060. Oh yeah, I'm definitely liquid cooling that. Definitely want to liquid cool that. There's no way in the world I'm running that off of fans, because all fans, like I said, they just blow heat around. I need that thing to be cool. He had everything running off of liquid cool, so his system was zero. It was 0 Celsius in there. That's crazy. That's a freaking refrigerator at the end of the day. You can literally put drinks in there. Well, how does that work at the end of the day? Wouldn't you accumulate some kind of frost on this hardware? Like how? Gotta look a little bit more into that. That's an Xbox 360 right there. Modified. So, just the even thought of people looking at that would cause them to back down. Because if it's with your 360, the first thing I get every single time I go into a game and someone's in there basically doing weird stuff. And the guy was like, you got a 360 just like me. How is yours any different? Yeah. Mine was definitely different. So they see mine when I send my pictures over. Remember, you take pictures and send them over. Like, mine's not on your level. It's hard drive nonsense. I might have to replace the hard drive. Yeah, might have to replace the hard drive. Probably gonna have a damaged hard drive from that freaking virus. I cleaned the system and everything, but you see it's still having issues. Jeez. Man. Well, I gotta change out the motherboard anyway. I'm gonna put a solid state drive in there. I'm gonna wipe out Steam. I'm gonna wipe it off my account, because again, every time I play it, I have this problem with the system, and I don't have the problem if I don't get near Steam. So I'm just gonna probably transfer. I don't know how much of the files are probably corrupt on Steam. On that particular one, I don't know how many. So I'm probably just going to have to go in and just go from there and just basically get the new motherboard. I'll order the motherboard right now and get me 4 terabytes of a solid state drive and run it from there. I got to get rid of the hard drive. Hard drive got to go. All from one game. I downloaded one game and it damaged my system. Hopefully it didn't damage it too bad. Oh. I don't show my 360 mod. All day long, running it with no problem whatsoever. No problem. The minute I pop on Steam, yeah. Well, while I'm waiting for that, I can basically get my lights running. And I do want to show off my 360 mod. How do I get the lights from here to there? There's a cord. I just want to reach. Really? Let me see. Yeah, I gotta put you guys down for a minute. And we gotta stay right here. I gotta basically connect these cables together. So it's gonna go dark for a bit because I leave my phone right there. As long as it doesn't fall off the side. Ooh. I like them. So we get 3 more of these. These weren't a bad price. I got these for like $10. So it wasn't a bad price at all, period. All right, and then we got the extensions. Really? Sheesh. The SATA cables. So we can extend them. Because the problem we have with the SATA cables, it was just way too short. We weren't going to reach it all, period. Where's the machine at? Oh, come on, go over here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to go in and basically... Oh, by the way, to the naysayer who doesn't understand how PCs work, do you see any fire? Saturn said the reason why my system went down because it was on fire. Do you see any fire? Anything at all, period. Anything? Anybody see any fire? Any fire down here? Anybody see any fire down there? It's my case right there. Anybody see any fire? Anything on fire? Nothing? Yeah, it's a program issue. But basically downloading a virus that was attached to a game. That's what it is. Gee whiz, I swear, the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life. And I've had that PC for like 5 years. That is longer than the basically console systems were here. Not consoles were here. They were here for a long time. But you know what I'm talking about. Longer than the PS5, longer than the PS4. All right, I'm going to fix this nightmare, figure out what's going on. Probably not going to use the Steam account on here anymore at all, period, until I can get a thorough check on what's going on the Steam account. Because like I said, this thing was running perfectly fine all day, no problem. And the minute I go on Steam, do some gaming, it triggered off. So going to have to basically go on it and figure out exactly what's triggering it. And then on top of it, it's got a new motherboard coming in anyway, because I want to liquid cool this system. But I can't liquid cooling as long as that motherboard is in there. So the motherboard has to go. This is where I got all my passwords, everything backed up on my accounts. Just going to just load everything up all over again. Boo, doo, 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 doo. I want to put these in so bad. I got to get off her anyway. My motherboard's coming in about a few minutes. I want to be able to get my hands on it. All right, when this is all finished and everything's done, we should have everything wired in for the other PC and ready to go. And I got to go fix this thing right here and figure out what's going wrong with it. Got to go, people. Thank you all, and God bless.